Hey everybody, it's Liz and I'm here to share with you my latest Halloween project. As you can tell from the scenery, we're outside. This is my front door, and what I created was a Halloween wreath to go on my front door on Halloween. And you guys, this was so easy to make and it was a lot of fun and it was just a blast. You'd be surprised on how easy this is to make, and all it took was a wreath, a couple of other things, and most of these things you see on the wreath are actually dollar store finds, and I'm going to show you what I did real quick. So basically, you start off with a wreath, and the wreath you can purchase at, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or wherever you have an art supply store. And this one I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I went ahead and spray painted it black. The whole thing, front, back, sides, everything is spray painted black. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm going to move too much, I just wanted to show you. And hopefully the lighting is good out here. Inside it was just way too dark, so that's why I decided to do this outside. And so after spray painting it, you let it dry thoroughly, of course. And then I went ahead and the spider web that you see in the background, that's a dollar store find. And it's just a spider web, and it came with like 3 glow-in-the-dark spiders. But I didn't like the glow-in-the-dark ones, so I took those off and I added some black glittery spiders that I had in my stash. See? Very cool. And the way that I adhered that spider web to the back of the wreath, it was actually quite easy. It's kind of hard if you want to use like hot glue. I don't recommend that, simply because it's like really thin area to glue onto and it's just not going to stay in place. So all I did is I took string, like black floss, and I tied it. I looped it, in one of the little, I guess, areas for the spider web, and tied it to the back on one of the, one of these sprigs here, or, the twigs. And I just, tied it. And of course, it's black thread, so you're not going to be able to see it. And so I did that on all the corners, pretty much, like all the edges, as you can see here, all these in the back. So it's done from the back. So that way, it's not going to show through, and of course it looks really cool. So the spider web is just right there in the middle. Like I said, I added the 2 glittery spiders, and they're actually from the same floral pick that I used for the flowers here. And again, it's from the Dollar Tree, so you can go ahead and find it. And this year the Dollar Tree had these really cool purple and black flowers, and I really hope the light, I don't know if the light is, there we go, let me see, maybe this way. Do you guys see that? They're purple flowers, almost with like a hint of black. Really, really nice flowers. And then, of course, the black ones that they have every year. And so these, I just basically took apart the pick, and I left them the way they were. I thought the color was just perfect with the dark purples and the blacks. Just really, really nice. What I did here for this cluster is, this is the Dollar Tree skull. And, of course, he's nice and white and everything, but I wanted him to have a more grungy or dirtier look. So all I did is I dry brushed black acrylic paint all over him, and then I took a damp paper towel and I dabbed it, or brushed some of that paint off, wiped some of that paint off, I should say, and that way it left just a little bit of black paint, like in a lot of the crevices and stuff, as you can see here, and it just gives it like a really dirty and grungy look, because he was way too clean, for the look that I was going for. Look how awesome, right? And I also took some black acrylic paint and I painted the inside of his sockets because they weren't dark enough. I painted his nose and I painted his mouth as well. And that's just regular black acrylic paint, you guys. He looks awesome. I love it. And then, once I adhered him on there, he's got like a space between his jaw and the back of his skull. So I added a bunch of creepy cloth in there to compensate for the space so he can adhere nicely to the wreath. And of course you can't see the creepy cloth after all the flowers and stuff that I added. And then I went to town using the different picks that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. They're the black flowers, the purple flowers, and they come with these little, I guess, sprigs. So I cut those apart and I added them to my cluster here and there, as you can see. And I'm sorry I'm not that tall. This is as far as I could, let me see if I could, as far as an angle, a good angle, And so I've got like little sprigs coming in and out of the flower cluster, as well as leaves. Hope you guys can see some of the leaves. And these are again from the same pick. So all you really need is like, a couple of those picks and you can go to town on that. And the glittery berries, I think that's the only exception from the that wasn't from the dollar store, and that is from Michael's, and it's just a little berry pick. And I took that apart and I added it to my flower cluster. And I really like the pop of purple and the glitter. You know, it just makes it really pretty, I think. It's spooky and pretty at the same time. So, and that's my cluster. I've just got a lot going on. Hopefully you guys are able to see some of this detail, but it came out really cool. I love it. And then just to top it off, I have the letters E-E-K to spell out eek. And those, I think, are the only other thing I picked up that wasn't at the Dollar Tree, and that is from Hobby Lobby. They're the wooden letters. And I just went ahead and painted them. I wanted to go for a different finish, right, but it didn't work out. I had painted them black, and I wanted to do like a purple crackle, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted. So it ended up being like this really muddy color. And so I decided to just leave it the way it was, and then just add some glitter on top. And this is like super fine glitter, again from Hobby Lobby, and it's purple, and so it just goes really, really well. And then I just adhered my letters onto my wreath with some hot glue, and that was it. Really, really simple wreath, but look how cool it looks. Let me see if you guys can see my reflection in there, right? But there you go. This is my front door, and that is my really, really cool wreath for Halloween. I'm so excited. I think my house is all decked out for Halloween, so I hope you guys will give this wreath a try. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, you can make it with just, you know, a wreath and a bunch of dollar store finds. I had a blast making this. I hope you guys like it. Alright, I'll see y'all real soon. Bye-bye.